Now then guys, back in the van, doing a little bit. Right, so let me show you what I'm going to do. Right, so that panel there, it wants, so I've only put some screws in like every so often, but yeah, it wants quite a lot of screws in there, and I've got the screws here, got a bag of them. So that's one job to do. The other job is to make the seating area, but I've already started that, so that's that bit done. So I'm going to crack on with putting the seating area in there. I'm thinking of putting the diesel heater under here. I've bought an on and off switch for the fridge, which is going to go under here. I've pulled out that wire there. That's for the fridge, because when I turn the lights on and working in here, I don't want the fridge to be working all the time, because it's just going to flatten the batteries. So I mean, I ain't started the van up for God, at least a month. I just fired it up now. It's fired up first go. Still plenty of life in the batteries, so I just thought I'd give the leisure batteries a bit of a boost and crack on with doing some jobs on the van, because there ain't much to do, but there is a lot of little things to do which are more time consuming, like making the drawers for there. So I've got 2 drawers to make for here, so I want to put 2 drawers in there. Then obviously I've got to put drawer fronts, doors, and I don't know what to put in this area. I don't know where to put. I was going to put a drawer, but I'm thinking, I don't know, I might just have a cupboard door on it, I might have a drawer on it, I don't know. Definitely need to make a door there and here, up there. There's still loads to do, so let's crack on. We're getting some screws in here so it doesn't rattle. Get on with that, and then I'll get on with making the seats. Right then, that's all that screwed all the way up there. Just need to put a batten across there to support. Obviously I'm going to put a bit of wood in there, and that needs a batten in the back of it to support it. But yeah, all that's all screwed now, all in the middle. That's all done. That's all nice and secure. I'm going to wallpaper that wall anyhow on these 2 walls, make it look a bit homely. Right then, let's crack on with my chairs. So just mirror that, do that on that side. Obviously put a support on the bottom. Let's crack on. Right then, that's the seating area done. So what I've done is I've put this bottom lat on there, and I've put these either side for the support, so it's nice and solid. And then I'm just going to put some ply on the front of there and carpet that, and then just fold it around there. And obviously I'm going to put a seat on there, some ply, carpet that, put on a hinge at the back, and that side done as well. Yeah, supports at either end, you can see there, look, so it's nice and strong, solid. Yeah, just need to put the fronts on there, carpet that, put a top on there, carpet on there, put hinge on it. It's sorted. That's the seating area done. Another job out of the way. Well, and now I need to connect that on and off switch for the fridge, because I've turned the electrics on. The fridge is cold and the freezer's actually frozen. Let's show you that. You can't really see it, but yeah, that's I've switched it off now, like, but yeah, that's bloody freeze. Right, another job done. Let's crack on with something else, eh? Now then, back in the van again, doing a little bit more. Right, today we're going to put the on and off switch on the fridge, because when I turn the power on, the isolator on, everything comes on. So, and I don't want the fridge to come on as well, because obviously if I'm working in the van, I don't need the fridge on. I only need the fridge on when I'm going away for the weekend or for the week or whatever, you know. So I want on and off switch on the fridge, because I don't need the fridge on all the time. So obviously, like always forget to record. But anyhow, I just remembered, but I've already started, so I'll show you what I've been doing. So, like I said, there was this wire here, see, get there. This wire, I've cut the wire, that was this one here, and I've started connecting the on and off switch. So, yeah, there's power on, power off. But we just need to connect it to the other side now. Get the wire through there where my thumb is. Oh, good. So then that's going to go up here somewhere, somehow. Let's get it connected, and I'll show you what I mean. Right, the wires are connected. That was so fiddly, so awkward. Right, it's a little bit dark in here, we've got a light. But there's the wires. Getting them in that little junction box, oh my God. So, we've got the fridge on now. Right, I'll turn it off. You can see that the fridge is off. You can hear the bleep. That's the fridge turning on. There you go. Oh, it's a clever boy. Done. Just need to screw it together, screw it to the wall. Let's get that on, eh? Right then. A little bit dark in here because there's no light in here, but obviously we've got lights up there. Yeah, there it is. On, off, perfect. This is my gas cupboard, this. So obviously the gas bottle's going to go there. That's going to connect to the gas bottle. I need to get some straps to strap the gas bottle on the wall to secure it. Right, another little job out of the way today. Whatever next. Right then, today's job is to put some fronts on there. So I've got some wood in the back of the van, so I'll get that measured up and cut for there. Then I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it grey. I've got some grey. 1 second. So there we go. I've got some grey paint. Let's have a little zoom in. Graphite grey. So yeah, I've got some graphite grey. So that's what I'm going to be painting all the cupboards. I keep changing my mind. 1 minute I'm painting black. Next minute I'm painting the bottom half black, the top half grey. Next minute I'm painting them all grey. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to paint them grey anyhow. I think I'm going to paint everything grey because we've got enough black in here. We don't want it too dark, do we? So yeah, so get them bits of wood cut out. Then I'll get them in the garage and get them painted up at some point, preferably today. Then I'm going to go to the wood shop and get the tops of there, get some wood cut for the tops of there. So I'm hoping to get some 9mm ply and get that cut. And yeah, I'll be back soon when I've got some cut to show you. Right then, starting to take shape a little bit now. I'll show you. Right, there's the fronts. They're not on, they're just resting up against it. They're quite a tight fit. But yeah, there we go. Starting to take shape now. Looking good. So I'll measure the tops and I'll go get some wood cut. I will see you in a little while. Right then, I've had the wood cut, got some hinges. All done. Looks completely different in here. Let's get a top view of it. You see. Completely different. I paused for a second, I was wondering if it was recording me then. I was talking to myself. Yeah, completely done. Totally different. Wow, I'm impressed. Right then, now I have to take them in, get them painted up. I think I need to trim off one of the sides because it's catching on the side for some reason. The other side's perfect, it's all the same measurements, but that side's catching, so yeah. Anyhow, trim a little bit off, sorted. So I'll get that trimmed off, painted, and then the tops of the seats are going to be carpeted, the fronts are going to be painted, and the underneath of the seat is going to be painted as well. So when you open it, it looks better, doesn't it? So it's painted and carpeted on the top, yeah? So that's what I mean. Painted, carpeted, and then obviously inside of there, that's going to be painted. That's all done. Right then, crack on with that. Now then, just a little update. You know, the bits of wood that I did for the seating area in the van, well, I brought it into the back way and I've been giving it a lick of paint. So yeah, I've got 3 coats of paint on it so far. Let's show you what's what. Right, so that's the graphite grey. And there's the cat. Yeah. Hello, Moggy. Yeah, so just obviously it's a bit cold, so it's just taking forever to dry between coats. Like I said, it's got 3 coats. I need that to dry off a bit more, and I can flip it over and get some other coats on the other side. I want both sides painting, you know. I want to do them right, don't we? Right then, we'll I'll probably, the next time you see me, I'll be putting it in the van. Right then, finally finished the panels. So yesterday I put the panels in the garden to paint, as you saw. Sanded it down, give it the final coat, goes to the toilet, comes back down, it's pissing it down. All the panels were soaked, so obviously I've had to put them all back in the garage. Wait till today, sand them all down again, repaint them all. Anyhow, so I've been to B&Q, bought some more paint, painted them in the garage. I thought I'd put them outside because, you know, there's a bit of air circulating around them, they'll dry a lot quicker. Well, you know, that didn't work either. I couldn't have painted them today because it was bloody raining as well. So yeah, I've got them all painted. They was in the garage. So here we go. There's all the panels. They're all painted graphite grey. So let's get them fitted, eh? Right then, let's show you what I've done. So, we're fitted in. Looks perfect. All nice and solid. Got the hinge on. I've had to take a little bit off the end of there because it was catching, and I thought this one was all right, but obviously you can just see that slightly it's catching. So yeah, so I need to take 5mm off there, so I'm not going to put the hinge on. There's no point, because I need to cut that off. But obviously it's raining, so I don't want my garage full of sawdust everywhere, because that saw just spits it out everywhere. And I'd rather do it outside. So I'll do that tomorrow and finish it off tomorrow. But you know, for viewing purposes, that's the seating area done. I'm going to do a table on there. It's like a drop leaf table. So obviously you're going to lift it up and it'll click into place. And we'll have a table to go there. But yeah, that's that finished for the time being. Let's have a top view. Yeah. Happy. Looks well. The grey looks well. I've done another panel over here, look. This is for the water pump. Obviously, where are we? Let's get it out. So, there it is. So, this switch here is going to go in there. And that's for the lights and the water pump. So, the grey looks good on there as well. That's that panel done. So, let's crack on with something else, eh?